It's like we got to have that real conversation. You know, to the beautiful ladies out there, I got to say it, right? To the beautiful ladies out there, when you travel abroad, when you travel overseas, I got to say this, right? I know, you know, I'm from America, American women, you want to have your independency. I respect that. You want to be an independent woman. I'm a survivor, you know. You want to be independent. All my ladies with me. Independent. All my ladies with me. I understand that, right? Shout out to Destiny Child. I understand you want your independency. I understand that, especially in America. Here we have laws to protect women to a degree. You know what I'm saying? You can't be treated a certain type of way. I get all that. I respect that, right? I mean, we have our flaws in America, no lie. I'm not saying we don't. But when you compare America to a lot of countries out there, you will find out very quickly if you do your research, find out what the rules and regulations are in that country. I feel like you will have a way better understanding when it comes to America and when you travel overseas. Do you feel? You know? It's like we're going to get into this Dubai situation, right? With the sassy truck driver. We're going to get into that, right? And it's like with women, you have to understand when you go overseas, the rules and regulations based on the country you go to is not the same. So it's important for you to have that understanding before you book that flight. It's important for you to have that understanding before you go into that country and some of the mannerisms that you have from US and from any other country, let that be known, depending on where you're coming from. But from the US specifically, I'm referring to for women coming from the US going to Dubai, going to Cancun, going to all these different foreign countries. You need to have an understanding, at least the basic laws and what protects you and what doesn't as a tourist in that country. Because what you do in America, the way you handle yourself in America may not fly when you go to Dubai. Do you feel? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you got to understand that because I was reading up on a little bit of Dubai, right? For the sassy truck driver, I'm going to get into it. But some of the laws in Dubai, and I didn't even recognize, right? In Dubai, that's the Middle East, So if you watch 90 Days, I watch a lot of the 90 Days, the TV show about couples, getting married or plan on getting married. And they have one 90-day series right now where, Love Abroad, where American go over to that country and look to get married to the individual that they in love with in that country. So they leave in America to go there, right? What most Americans find out real quickly when you do that, right? They found out real quickly that the rules and regulations that are, our rights in America compared to a lot of these foreign countries, especially in the Middle East, it's not the same. A lot of women rights, you don't have that in some of these Middle Eastern countries. So, how you talk to somebody, huh? How you talk to somebody could be a major problem for you. You know what I'm saying? That can be a major problem because a lot of these laws in the US, it protect women. Now, you can say what you want to say about the US, but when you compare the US laws for women compared to going to the Middle East, even Dubai, you will find out real quick, real quick, that you don't have the same protection that you do in the US when you go overseas, especially in Dubai. Because what I was reading, I did a little research, right? In Dubai, it's against the law, especially for women, to yell at a citizen of Dubai. You can go to jail for that. Even with, if you get a room, with your significant other and you're not married, you can go to jail for that in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? Because of their laws, how they want to run their country. So when you want to do a sneaky link, you want a sneaky link. A sneaky link can cause you 5 to 10 years in prison. So is that sneaky link really worth that? You know what I'm saying? So not only that, right? In Dubai, follow me. In Dubai, stealing, you can go to jail for 10 years for stealing out of Dubai. Okay? So, some of you folks out there with sticky fingers, don't go to Dubai trying to steal, man. You go to jail for 10 years, man. You know, if not even more. Based on the research I've seen, what I read up on, especially on YouTube, it's a few channels out there that give you a lot of information about the rules and regulations of Dubai. So you got to understand this, man. When you traveling abroad, ain't nothing wrong with you traveling, but just don't go to go to a whole nother country and think you can do the things in America in that country. That's the biggest mistake, that a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? And especially when you go into the Middle East. Like I said, if you watch 90 Days, if you watch 90 Days and you look at the love abroad, really pay attention to what they're saying when they be like, oh, you can't do this. Even when you're wearing clothes in Dubai, they want the women to, cover up themselves. You know what I'm saying? You can go to jail for that, for exposing too much of your body features. Not saying that you naked, but just showing off your body features, that's a problem out there. And if you go to Dubai during Ramadan, the month of Ramadan, a lot of the restaurants are closed down. You can't even order food. And if you do, they have to have you like in a room. Like if you go to a restaurant, they have to put up curtains and stuff where nobody can see in it. You know what I'm saying? You get the food. If you can't eat there, you have to go to a food court, which when I was reading on in Dubai, the food court is, it's a good distance from where you get the food at. They'll put it in containers where, hey, you can't even eat around here. You know what I'm saying? And most likely, if you have kids, they give exception for children, But as an adult, they during the month of Ramadan, they don't have a lot of restaurants open. So that's just showing you how serious they are, you know what I'm saying? About their beliefs, which I respect. That's their country. You know what I mean? Don't go to another country expecting to for it to be like America, you know? Unless you're familiar with the laws. That's important. You know what I'm saying? And even at a restaurant, if you go to a restaurant and you don't pay, or you have an issue with the bill and you don't want to pay, you can go to jail for that in Dubai for not paying your bill. I know that sounds crazy, right? I mean, me personally, I always pay my bills, but in general, right? If you're having a dispute, you still got to pay that bill and then, try to work something out after the fact. But they not looking for you to argue. You know what I'm saying? You can ask them on the bill, if you went to a restaurant, you can ask them to break down what the charges are. But if they say that's your bill, you got to pay that. You got to pay that bill, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay that bill. So when you go to these foreign countries, it's important for you to have that understanding. See, that's why I talk a lot on this channel. You gotta have that understanding in life. And when you're going overseas, it's even more important for you to have that understanding. And don't think you're gonna be able to do all that sassy talking, from the what I heard with the sassy truck driver, she got into an accident. Her and her friend was out there, and I don't know if it had to be what the rental car place they was at. They was having an issue, right? And it's like, you gotta understand. You gotta understand. You gotta have those terms and conditions. You have to understand those terms and conditions when you get out there. You gotta understand that what their laws are. When I say terms and conditions, that's what I'm meaning. Their laws, their standards when you travel to their country, right? And to my ladies out there, women, I hope you listening. If you're watching it live with me, I appreciate it. Even on the playback, women, when you go overseas, I strongly recommend, as a man, y'all need to have a man with y'all, not no boy. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Y'all need to have a real man with y'all out there, because when you go to these countries, especially in the Middle East, a lot of women laws and how it is in the US don't get recognized overseas. So it's important to have a male figure with you. See, all this independent stuff, it's nothing wrong with that. I'm not here to bash women, nothing like that. I'm just saying, at some points it's important to have a man with you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're talking about going to the Middle East, going to Dubai. The way the laws are set up in these foreign countries, especially in the Middle East, they're not favorable for women. So if you got a man with you, not a boy, if you got a man with you, he can go and have a conversation. If it's an issue, a dispute. I know I understand all this, you know, women empowerment and independent. That's cool when you in America. But when you go overseas, you going specifically to the Middle East, go online, do your Googles, and find out what these laws are when you go into these foreign countries. Because, like I said, I watch 90 Days, the TV show, a lot. Even on 90 Days, even if it's a woman from America, you know, dating a guy in India, or they looking to get married in India and stuff like that, the male has to basically control the whole situation, the way it's set up. When you in public, the man is the man of the house. That's how they have it. A lot of the way the laws are set up and structured, the man has most of, if not all, the control to a degree. So here you come from America thinking you can get sassy, thinking you can talk this way, talk that way, and they're going to put your ass in jail. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth of the matter. Do you feel? So that's why I say it's important to have a real man in your life, especially for my women out there. You know what I'm saying? For the ladies, all y'all women is beautiful, but you got to understand, Once you leave out America's soil, once you out of America's soil, those laws, those rules and regulations of that country you're going to, you need to have an understanding of what that is. Because you get over there and you talking crazy to somebody, they can send you to jail. And from my understanding, you do not want to go to jail in some of these countries. Because not only you finna do a lot of time, what they do to you in prison, oh my goodness. You don't believe me? Go ask Brittany Griner. Go ask Brittany Griner. How was she treated in that Russian prison for having what, some type of CBD or weed vapor? And she was looking at, I believe, almost 10 years for having some a weed vapor on her, because in Russia it's illegal for you to have any drug substance, even if it's marijuana. Now, in the United States, you can blow trees all day and pretty much anywhere you go. I mean, of course, there's a few states in the U.S. where, they still working on the laws there, but in general, I'm speaking, in most places, most states, you can blow kush all day. You got broccoli in the air, put it in the air if it's fair. Yeah. You in the US, you can do that. But don't go to Russia like that. Dubai. Dubai. You can go to jail for smoking weed in Dubai, man. For smoking cigarettes or cigars, they have designated areas they want you to use. If you do not use the designated areas in Dubai, you can go to jail. Are you following the theme I'm telling you? If you don't follow their laws, you can go to jail in Dubai. So you got to understand that. All this American ways, it's cute when you in America. It's cute when you get to say, I don't give a, right? You're finding when you in the US. Try that in Dubai. Try that in India. Try that in Russia. And see how far it gets you. Do you feel? Come on, man. I know United States, this is a great country, but it's just United States, see? And that's why it's a trip when I be hearing people being like, "Oh, I'm gonna just leave the U.S." I'm like, "Okay, and go where?" You know what I mean? You want to leave the U.S.? Oh, I'm tired of living in the U.S. I don't like how the politics are. Okay, tell me what country you want to move to that you feel that's better than the U.S. I'll wait. And when you say better, don't just say the landscaping. Let's talk about the laws too. Don't forget that. Don't forget the laws. Don't forget the taxes. And don't forget the control that they have over you when you go into those countries. See, that's the thing. You know what I mean? A lot of folks want to say, want to talk about, they want to mention about, oh, it's so nice in this country. Oh, it's so nice here. It's so nice there. Yeah, that's true. But what is the laws like in that area, huh? That's what I want to know. What's the laws like in that area? You know what I mean? Especially for women. Don't forget that part. What's the laws like for women in that area? That's important. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people forget that part. You know what I mean? Don't leave that out. That's important too. Huh? You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, I'm in Dubai. Oh yeah, the streets is clean. Yeah, but don't talk too loud. Feel me? You better make sure you stay in the designated walk areas and break areas for your smoking session, huh? I'm just saying though. You know what I mean? It's like, that's why I say, tell me what country. What country you feel, oh, it's better than the US? And you got to say everything. Don't just mention what the weather's like. Don't just mention, oh, you know, I just like the vibe out here. Yeah, that's cool. But what are the laws out there? What type of protection do you have out there? Huh? That's what I want to know. You know? So I'm going to leave this a PSA to women out there. If you travel abroad, I know you love to be independent, but you need a real man with you because some of these rules and laws are not in your favor. They're more catered to men when we talk about a lot of these Middle Eastern countries and stuff like that. So, to all the beautiful women out there, you need a man in your life when you travel into going to the Middle East because a lot of the laws are more favorable for men and less of women. Do you feel? You know? So you got to remember that. You know what I'm saying? So I say again to all the beautiful women out there, I know you love your independency, but when you travel overseas, especially in the Middle East, it's important for you to have a man there with you, huh? Because when you go to the Middle East, a lot of the laws are more catered towards men, less of women. Do you feel? You know? And just a little piece I want to speak on when it pertains towards the sassy truck driver. I hope she do get a chance to come back to the U.S. soon. But based on Dubai laws and rules and regulations, it's not looking too smooth. It's not looking too good for her. So hopefully she'll able to get that situated where she can be able to come home soon. You know what I mean? But let this be a lesson to all my ladies, independent. Throw your hands up with me. Yeah, that independent thing is nothing wrong with it. Like I said earlier, I'm not here to bash that, but you have to understand when you're traveling abroad, you have to understand the terms and conditions of that country that you're going to. Huh? I'm just saying though. Just a second. You know? And it's like another conversation I want to have, right? I want to talk about King Von. You know what I'm saying? With King Von, right? I just feel like a lot of these gangsters, man, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these so-called gangsters, man. I'm starting to recognize a pattern, man. You know what I mean? With these gangsters, I'm starting to recognize a pattern, man. And with these gangsters, right? What I'm noticing is that it seemed to me is that they're when it comes to this gangster life and gangster mentality, I represent this, I represent that, I don't know what it is. But I'm recognizing a pattern with these gangsters. And what I'm talking about is this where I'm gangster, but I might be in the guys too, or that's part of the mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I think back of like the cartels out there, the world, I hear all these stories how, you know, a lot of them are into guys or A lot of the guys that are in these cartels, they use sex as a weapon against another man. I'm like, "Ugh, okay." And so I came across this King Von story where, uh, even though he's passed away now, he's not here, but with King Von, I did come across this video where it was an audio of King Von. Basically, he was in jail and he wanted to go to what they call PC, and the area where he was going to, it was basically dedicated to men that considered themselves as women. You know what I'm saying? And so for him, going there and he's supposed to have been a gangster, it just raised up a whole bunch of questions and like why would you do that? Especially when you're out here talking about, all the street code and street activity that you associated with or you taking a part of. But then when you go to jail, you want to be amongst, guys who consider themselves as women. You know what I'm saying? I I guess that's part of the gangster rules and regulations, huh? You know what I mean? You got these gay gangsters out here, man. I mean, hey, man. You know what I mean? These dudes out here is hardcore, huh? You know what I mean? These dudes out here, man, they not only with the business, they gonna give you the business, huh? Do you? Oh my goodness, man, huh? They not only gonna, like I said, they not only gonna give you, they not only gonna give you the, you know what I'm saying, give you the business. They gonna, they not only with the business, they gonna give you the business, huh? Mm, excuse me. So I don't know, man. I guess that's part of the gangster. You know what I'm saying? That's part of being a gangster out here, huh? You know what I'm saying? You like to attack these streets and attack that. You like to attack these streets and attack that booty, huh? Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness, man. That's why, man. When it comes to all this gangster talk, man, on the internet and on rap songs, man, I don't believe 90% of these folks. I mean, for me personally, I'm a hip hop fan. I love the hip hop music. But at the end of the day, I take 95% of it as entertainment. I don't believe a lot of these guys is doing any of the stuff they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just entertainment, man. It's entertainment. I like the beats, like the hook, like how you put your words together. I give you that. But in real life, I don't believe nothing, man. I don't believe nothing you talking about. Cause soon as you get in jail, you know what I'm saying? You like CO, CO, CO. Put me with the put me with the man girls, man. Put me over there with the man girls. You know what I mean? I need to be over there with them. I'm a whole gangster, huh? I tell you, man. I don't get it, man. All this gang talk, stick talk, chopper this, chopper that. You know? I don't get it, man. I do not get it. But at the same time, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got it all backwards. Maybe being a gangster, this is part of that. You know what I'm saying? This is part of your gangsterness. You know what I'm saying? Part of your gangsterness is you getting out there, you know what I mean, attacking these streets and attacking that bootay. I don't know nothing about that, but obviously y'all gangsters do. Are y'all real stomp down gangsters out here, huh? You know what I mean? Are you real stomp down gangsters, man? You like what? Know what I mean? They get out of line, they get whacked. And after I whack them, I'm gonna attack them. Oh my goodness, man. You know what I mean? So you got these gangsters out here like King Von. I mean, well, at least past tense, because you know, I'm not sure where he went, but he's no longer on this earth, though. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He's no longer here. But I'm just noticing that pattern when it comes to these gangsters, man. I recognize these patterns, man. All these real gangsters, real killers and criminals. Oh yeah, they about that action, man. And they want some other action from you too. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's what these real gangsters is about, man. So maybe I got it backwards. So maybe the real gangsters is the ones who attack them streets and then attack. You know what I mean? So they coming after you. They want everything. And when I say everything, they attacking everything. So maybe I got it confused. You know, I'm listening to these rap songs. You know what I'm saying? But these real dudes is really active out here and really laying stuff down. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get in between them cheeks too. You feel me? If I'm wrong, let me know. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, let me know. But based on the video I seen, the audio I heard of King Von, man, and he was supposed to be one of the roughest, toughest bombaclats. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be the Godfather. You know, you know what I mean? He's supposed to be that guy. He was that guy based on what the internet said and some artists said. You know, rap artist wise. But I don't get it, man. I do not get it. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I mean, like for real though. So that's the gangster life, man. I don't want no parts of that. That's why I talk about working in corporate because I don't want no, I don't want no parts of that, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm not interested. It's not an option. Do you feel? You know, it's not an option, my friend. Not whatsoever. Okay, I'm not interested. You know what I mean? I'm not interested. None of that. You know? You know? So I just want to leave y'all with that. I'm not gonna be on here long tonight, but tomorrow, you know, I'm gonna do a longer live. I just wanted to come on here and drop something. And just, you know, try to give y'all something a little different than what you used to and how we do the conversation, you know? And it's like, I'll leave you with this, right? It's like you have to understand where you're at in a sense of what are the rules and the laws of whatever country you go into. And at that point, once you figure that out, right? That's when you need to move accordingly. Like regardless how you do things in the US, when you go to these foreign countries, you have to respect their laws because that jail time as a foreigner, from my understanding, is one of the most harsh and horrible things you want to experience in life. So you got to protect yourself, understand your surroundings, and move accordingly. Huh? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment. You can share it. It's cool, you know? So go ahead and hit that like button. I appreciate it. And drop something in that super chat. If you watch this on the playback, put something in that super thanks. Help can support the channel so it can grow. And also it help me purchase new equipment. I want to purchase for my channel as well. So, and I'll always show the receipts. If anybody put any money or towards my equipment or anything, I will show all receipts and show proof where I've spent the money at, so you have full access to it. So I appreciate anybody that watch my channel. So thank you. You know, so just understand your surroundings and move accordingly. Like when I'm kicking, go back and hit that tab or live tab. Watch a lot of my videos. I offer a lot of different type of content. It's all soaked in game. Also, all I bring to you is nothing but good game. I have the video tab where I do a few updates there too, and then of course my shorts is a whole nother world. So I appreciate anybody that's new to my channel. Just know that my name is Sean B. Stola. All I bring to you is nothing but good game, good conversation, good motivation, but hopefully some type of inspiration. Till next time, peace.